Recording.
Okay, see here. So geography, history, next civics or politics. Next one is economics. So this lesson belongs to economics. Okay. So remember this order or just no need of order. Just remember these four parts in the social studies. Okay. So the story of village Palampur. So here economics is nothing but so thinking about economy. So economy. Economy means so what is the position of that what is the position of our country, okay, mainly the whether poverty or rich, so thinking about finance, so financial matters, so financial matters comes under economy, okay, economical ways are just economical thinkings means nothing but just thinking about money and finance, so money is nothing but just finance. Now here the story of village Palampur. In this lesson, just we are going to discuss about what is the position of a village. So just they are taking one example, one imaginary example, that is Palampur. So in this, uh, just we are going to discuss about what is the position of this village. So how many peoples are there? So what they are doing? So how much they are earning? Okay, which type of works they are doing? Okay, next, so everything is going to be seen. Okay, just mainly it is belongs to the financial matters and also the economy nothing but just like business. Okay, it mainly belongs to the business matters. You can call business or trade sometimes. Okay, so see here, so just we'll move one by one. So here, okay, yes, so it is given the overview. So the purpose of this story is to introduce some basic concepts relating to production, and this we do through a story of hypothetical village called as Palampur. So the main intention of this one is to make you to learn the basic concepts relating to production. So here if you take any mine or industry, so we can take just if you take any mine or industry, there production is happening. Okay, we can see that production that may be any product. Okay, so here that also, just if you take one village, what is the produce in that village, so that is going to make with some basic principles. So some basic concepts are there wherever you go, in industry or in village or town or anything, so we can see some basic concepts. Okay, so to make you to understand this basic concept, this village, just imaginary village is given, that is Palampur, but of course it is given some address also. Okay, just we'll see this. Yes, if you see this Palampur village, so Palampur is, so farming is the main activity in the Palampur. Yes. So you know that our country is an agricultural country. So mainly the villages. So villages are called as the backbone of our country. Why means because they are holding the agriculture. Okay. So without villages, so even this total India will be suffering with lack of food. So that's why. So we know that agriculture, India is called agricultural country. So nearly how many peoples are depending on agriculture means, so at the time of independence, so at the time of 1907, so nearly 80% of Indian population are depending on agriculture. Remaining 20% of population, they are doing with different works, but 80% of Indian population are doing the agriculture. But now present day 2020 or 21, so by this nearly 62% of Indian population are doing this agriculture. So that means if you see here, so the difference was there. Difference is
18%.
yes. So nearly how much percent?
18%, sir.
So 18% of population has moved to other sectors. So there are actually, if you study about this economics, so there are three sectors are there. So three sectors. So we discussed many times also in the lower classes. So what are the three sectors means? So primary sector, okay. Next secondary sector. Next one is tertiary sector, or it's also called as service sector. Service sector or tertiary sector. So here First one is primary sector. So primary sector means which things comes under this primary sector? Means nothing but agriculture. Okay, agriculture is agriculture plus its allied activities. Allied activities means which are linked to agriculture, agricultural farmers. They also comes under this primary sector. So example here. So first one is agriculture. Suppose what are the allied activities? Nothing but, so if you see here fishing. So fishing is also one of the production. Okay, of course it is not a production, just it is catching the fishes. So or sometimes they are going to breed the fishes. So that's why fishes also fishing. They are also called as fishing farmers. Next, if you come to this dairy, so some if you take some farmers, so they are having some 10 buffaloes, 5 buffaloes, or some 100 buffaloes, 50 buffaloes like that. So they are also the farmer, though they are not cultivating the land, but they are herding some animals, even the cattle also, catting, that is goats, okay, goats, cows, buffaloes, oxen. All these farmers also, they are also the farmers.
Ox.
Okay, so these also they will come under primary sector. Okay, so primary sector. Next one, even okay, just a cattle feeding or dairy, that is milk production, and of course the fishing, even the salt production. So all these they comes under primary sector. Okay, next one, if you see this secondary sector. So actually, while discussing this economics, so definitely you must know these three sectors. Okay, this is the first thing you have to do. So primary sector, we have seen that agriculture. Next, secondary sector. So secondary sector is nothing but, so all the industries, companies, factories, manufacturers. So manufacturing industries. So all they comes under secondary sector. So what they are doing means just they are using some raw materials and producing some product. Okay, producing some product. So that's why they comes under secondary sector. Okay, example, if you take any paper mill or iron ore, steel company like that. So they are going to make some other materials or make some other products. So they comes under secondary sector. Next, come to the other one, third one, that is tertiary sector.
Like trade, sir.
Tertiary sector. So if you take this, okay, just I'm taking this. Okay, no problem. So here, tertiary sector, tertiary, or it is also called as service sector. Well, sir, which sectors or which works comes under the service sector? So that the works which are done, well, just they are giving the service. Example, suppose if you want to go from example Karnool to Hyderabad, okay, then we may go either by bus or train or aeroplane like that. So then what just we are doing, if you want to reach your destination, you are taking the service of either by bus or train or railways. So just this transport, okay, transport facilities, all what are there, so they all comes under, they are just giving service for you to reach to your destination. So all this transport department, they comes under this service. So they also comes under tertiary sector. Next one, suppose if your friend is residing in America, you are in India, so you want to send some money to your friend. Then what you are doing? Just you can send by any modes, that is online modes or offline mode, anyone. Or just, so here what you are doing, just if you are taking the of some bank, that means any bank. Okay, through that bank account you are sending. That means what? So here banks are giving service for you to send your money to your friend. So all the banking sectors, they comes under this tertiary sector. Not only this one. Suppose here two peoples are fighting each other, like you. So always you'll be fighting, in the classes. So like that. So two peoples are fighting each other. Then you'll go to some police station like that. Now some courts. So you are going police station means, so you want to get some justice. Okay, justice from some higher authority. Okay. So then what the police peoples are doing? Just they are giving service for you to get your justice. Not only this one, even the courts also. If you go for the courts, so courts are giving for you the service to get your justice done. So that's why here all police department and also the courts, they comes under service sector and also territory sector. And next one, even this suppose here telecom sector also. Okay, even if you want to call some other person, so then you are taking the service of anyone. So all the telecom sector, that means all these service providers. So in like internet and also the mobile phones, okay, SIM cards. So they are giving service for you to make your destinations. Suppose if you want to talk with others, so then you are just taking the service of Airtel or Jio or anyone. Then all the telecom sectors, they are also coming under service sector. So these are the things. And suppose if you want to study, if you want to get your SSC certificate, that means if you want to study your 10th class and get SSC certificate, then you are taking the service of any school. Okay. And of course, if you want to complete your inter and get this inter certificate, then you are taking the service of any colleges, even the degrees also. So here what we can tell, all the education department, they also comes under service sector. Okay, because so if you want to get any certificate, you are taking the service of any school, either government school or private school or any school or any college or any degree colleges like that. So all the education sector, they also comes under service sector. Okay, so in India, if you do any work, then you will, that means you are going to fall at any one sector. Okay, either primary sector or second sector or tertiary sector. Why we are calling this as service sector means because it is giving you. So that's why it is called as service sector. Now here in the Palampur, so agriculture is there. We are telling that farming, okay, farming is the main activity. That means what here, mainly most of the people are depending on primary sector. Okay, that is primary sector. Even if you take this finance ministry of India, so they are going to allot some budget for the country for 1 year. Okay, so in that, how they are going to allot means based on sectors. So they'll tell that so 30 lakh crores for primary sector and 50 lakh crores for secondary sector and some 60 lakh crores for, so 60 lakh crores for service sector. So like that, just they are allotting the sectors. Okay, just whatever the work you are going to do, so that works are divided into 3 sectors. Now here in the, if you see this Palampur village, we can find 3 sectors of people. Okay, the people who are working in these 3 sectors. So we can see that 3 farms. So primary sector, that is Palampur, main activity is agriculture. So most of them, they are working in the primary sector, that is agriculture. Okay. So whereas several other activities such as small scale manufacturing, dairy, transport, etc. are carried out on a limited scale. So mainly most of them, they are doing the farming work. And of course, other than this farming, so other peoples also, some small peoples, so small scale. So that means just they are working small industries and dairy. It's just production of milk like that. And of course, transportation and etc. Okay. Now here, okay, these production activities needs various types of resources. Yes. So if you want to manufacture anything, we require some other things. What are that mainly? So natural resources, man-made items, so human efforts, money, etc. So these things are needed. Okay. So if you want to produce any product in the industry, then we require something. So natural resources are required. So man-made some items, that means machineries, and also human efforts. So human efforts also needed, and of course money also. Okay, money also needed. So we'll see this one by one. Okay, just we'll go through this. Just so if you see here, scene of a village. Yes, we have seen. We know this very well. Okay, because if you see this picture, we can understand that this is a village. So here we can see some small houses and also going through the bullock carts. And of course, here we can see the tractor. and here you can see agricultural lands. Okay, so next, so Palampur is well connected with neighboring villages. So here the address of this Palampur is given. So Palampur is well connected with neighboring villages and towns. So Raiganj, a big village, is 3 kilometers from Palampur. So Raiganj was there. So this is one of the nearest town for Palampur. So how much kilometers? Nearly 3 kilometers. And all weather connects with the village from Raiganj and further on to the nearest small town called as Shahpur. So Shahpur is one of the big city or just a big town. Okay. So here two places are given, Shahpur and also Raiganj. So many times they ask this Raiganj. Why means because so these Palampur villages where they are going to sell their agricultural products means Raiganj. Okay, so like that some questions are coming. So just remember. And next one. So many kinds of transports are visible on this road, starting from bullock cart. Okay, bullock carts next to tongas. Okay, tongas, bogias. So that means wooden cart driven by buffaloes and loaded with jaggery. So jaggery production also done here in the Balampur. And other commodities to monitor vehicles like motorcycles, jeeps, tractors, and trucks. So all these are present in this Palampur. So actually, Palampur is to some extent it is a big village. Okay, and how many peoples are living in this one? So this village has about nearly 450 families. So belonging to several different peoples are there. Okay, and the 80 upper caste. So the 80 upper caste families own of the land of the village. As we know this in our country mainly, as we know that, so mainly if you take one, so most of that village agriculture land belongs to the upper class or upper caste people. Okay, so take any village, the upper caste peoples are holding large quantity of land. Okay, so large quantity of land is held by that is rich families, but poor peoples are having to only just some few lands. So we can see this one throughout India here. So okay, next one. So their some of them are quite large. So even this the rich are having their home large and are made of bricks with cement plastering. Okay, plastering. So the SCs, Dalits, so SC peoples. So they are also called as Dalits. Dalits nothing but just some low class people. So comprising one third of population and live in one corner of the village and in much smaller houses, some of which are mud and straw. So this paragraph is to make you understand that how a village will be there. We know this one already, but once again, just it is making to remember you how the village is there. Okay, we have to write about a village. Okay, like this. Now here in this Palampur village, so how the means so just only 80 upper class peoples are there. 80 families. 80 families are upper class, and most of the village. Suppose if you see this is the village, so nearly half of the land is held by these rich peoples, and remaining land is owned by small people. That is that means low class people, and their population also very high. Okay, their families also large number is there, but they are having just only small houses, and sometimes they are living outside the villages. Okay, so that is the position here. So here wherever we can see these villages in India, so we can see this kind of things. Okay, next one. So just going forward. Okay, so their houses are, if you see the villages mainly, so the SCs are Dalits, so their houses are very small, but their population is very high in the village. Okay, and they are made of with straw and mud. That means their houses are very cheap one. Okay, and just if you see this paragraph, so what is there means? So Yes. So most of the houses have, what is their electricity connection? So electric connections. Okay, almost, because nowadays, so the government has reached to supply the electricity supply for, that is power supply for all houses in India. But previously, if you go for nearly for 50 years or 100 years, so there is no power supply for corner villages. Okay, but now, so almost every house can enjoy this electricity. Next, electricity powers all the tube wells in the fields, and is used in various types of small business. Yes, so this power is used for various purposes. And Palampur has two primary schools and one high school. So here in the Palampur, as this is a big village, so it is having a primary school as well as high school also. Okay, there is a primary health center run by the government and one private dispensary where sick are treated. So here also we can see these two types of government, that is government hospital as well as private hospital. Okay, so this can be seen. And next one. So what is the main aim of this one means here? The description above the shows that so Palampur has fairly well developed system of roads, transport, electricity, irrigation, schools, and health center. So we can understand that this village is well developed one. Okay. Next, the story of this Palampur, an imaginary village, will take us through different types of production activities. So in the village. So in this village, the farming is mainly the production activity. Okay. So mainly you can see most of the peoples are doing this agriculture. Okay. And we'll see this, just we move forward. Next one. We are telling that, so very important thing is, so organization of production. So what is the meaning?